So Price and company getting ready to go to work. And again, I mean, we've seen Alex Price. We talked about it pregame. The important factor would be how can Hope get pressure on this guy? And we've seen a couple occasions where they did get pressure, and that led to one of the only turnovers on downs, or punts away, I should say, for trying. But otherwise, the senior also has stood against the pressure a couple times and delivered some really confident balls, especially able to find his fellow senior Brandon Klein quite often in the slot in those sort of moments, including one of the passing touchdowns in this contest. He'll look Klein's way, intercepted.
Whoa.
It's Lumen jumping the route, and he's got blockers set up inside the 20.
Wow.
And Hope has got it in the red zone. Cole Lumen jumping the route, INT from the linebacker. First and 10, Hope plus territory.
All right, Lumen, the big man with the INT. And hey, we're thinking, got a couple plays with a throw it. Maybe we'll get a punt. How about an interception on the first play? Just an absolutely crazy first half. And I talked about it, right? 11 INTs make it 12. Holy smokes, all of a sudden, Hope gets the ball in the second half. You could get more points here. It could be 2 straight consecutive drives in the end zone. Oh, man, wow, what a change of pace. What a change of momentum.
Absolutely. Lumen, a guy, 3 sacks on the year. We know for more in that sort of aspect if he's stepping out of his normal linebacker roles, but what a job to jump that route, grab the interception, and Ben Wellman and company will go back to work. The 22-yard line, the starting point, split back, Foster coming in alongside Strickland. Wellman to throw. Pressure coming, evades, looks for Harris, and that one's overthrown as Harris was trying to twist his way on ahead and away from Tagliaferri's coverage.
2nd and 10.
Yeah, good job getting away for pressure for Wellman, right? You don't want to get too excited and throw another interception the way back. So you just gotta, hey, let's be smart here. A field goal is still huge.
Correction, that was Trey Richards, the sophomore, out looming on the coverage. He will stay as the high safety right here and shift over a bit as Wellman will look back to the sideline and get things set. Strickland stays in the backfield. They'll go 4 wide again. 2nd and 10 for Hope, down 21-17. What a chance to flip things here. Wellman on the drop to pass. Pressure coming. He's got Rowan Blanton. He's got it over the 10. Lowering the shoulder inside the 5. 1st and goal. Finds the Rockford native and moves the chains for 1st and goal.
All right, so I take it back. No field goals. You want a touchdown here. All right. Let's get in the end zone. If you're a Hope fan, you got to be thinking, we were down 14-3. We almost had a turnover on downs twice on this drive that we really needed earlier in the game. All of a sudden, we could go into the end of this half with the lead here.
Rowan Blanton out. Lumen in. And it'll be a pair of tight ends, H-backs, both Castle and Lumen in right here. A power look. Actually, they'll check that. Castle will not come in. They'll go 3 wide set. Wellman looking corner of the end zone, overthrown, trying to find Holzer in the corner of the end zone, and wisely put that one where only his man would be able to get it. His man wasn't even able to get that one, so remains 2nd and 5, still 18 ticks on the clock here.
Yeah, but Hope still with timeouts, so nothing stopping them from running the ball as well, but we'll see what they drop. Obviously, 5 yards to goal puts you in a bit of an awkward position, kind of a limited playbook, so we'll see if we get slant routes, maybe short passes, hand it off to Chad Strickland, let him do his thing. Let's see what they got.
2nd and 5, Strickland staying in there alongside Wellman. They'll fake it to him. Wide open, caught, touchdown. Grant Holzer, and Hope has taken the lead.
Man, how about these seniors today? Mr. Grant Holzer, another TD on the season for the seasoned vet, and the slant route works to perfection. And holy crap, if you're a Hope fan, I mean, you gotta be pretty happy right now, I would say, Nate. You gotta be pretty happy.
What a turnaround in the last few minutes. At one point in time, we were looking at a 21-10 ball game with Hope dealing with a dying drive. They find a way to get a score, get a pick, get another score. Balkin adds the extra point, makes it 3. 15 seconds to go in the second quarter, and Hope has flipped this one all the way before they even get the ball to start the second half. With the storyline is the emergence of Ben Wellman.
How about that?
Zach Trainer, the freshman, we've seen him all year. It's been the power run game with Trainer at quarterback. All of a sudden, a borderline air raid with Wellman at quarterback, and Hope with a couple quick scores.
It's like completely flipped the script here, right? Different quarterback. They've just been throwing darts the last 2 tries. So much for the 4-minute long Chance Strickland, Elijah Smith-led run game. Wellman's looked like he's been playing all year out there, Nate. How about that?
Granville will get it to start the second half. DeYoung, Wade, Neves, Regnerus, and Hybor. And here is Regnerus, the early touch and the early score. If we're talking about the primary keys to the second half, that's a big one, is him. Back the other way, Regnerus able to rip it down. Impact plays on both sides of the floor from Cam. And Wade and the Bulldogs come out running here. Regnerus. DeYoung, corner, three. Quick little run for the Bulldogs. A 5-0 run to start. DeYoung down the hatch. And a timeout right away from Coach Clough. So that changes the math just a little bit on the way this second half has started. Now 38-24, the quick run from the Bulldogs. Attention all golfers. Want to keep your game in shape? The leaderboard indoor golf has you covered with over 500 courses, a full bar, and 17 TVs. The leaderboard indoor golf is the perfect place to work on your game, host events and parties, compete in leagues. Visit theleaderboardgolf.com or call 616-500-8709 to book. That's theleaderboardgolf.com. Quick run. I mean, you've got to string that together a few more times, at least 3 or 4 more times, but the start that Granville was looking for, able to get the big tough finish with Regnerus, and then DeYoung knocks down a 3 and they force a timeout.
Yeah, good start, and you're hoping to extend that now. 5-0 through the first 37 seconds, forcing the timeout. Hopefully get a little bit of energy back in the second half and carry that out. Is able to get a stop on the defensive end. Got a couple buckets. Now we're trying to settle into the game a little bit.
Granville bringing some extended trapping pressure here out of the halftime break as they've moved away from their man-to-man physical, patented defensive brand of style of play. DeKuyper off the trap, off the curl. Gross over top of Neves. Got it. That was pure from the sophomore.
Second triple from Gross, and big one right there to answer the 5-0 run by the Bulldogs early in the third.
Stolen away by the Rams. Landis to Gross. On the floor, Wade. Tie up, stays with Rockford. 6.5 to go, 41-24. And a 3 there from Gross really took a lot of the air back out of this building.
Yeah, I think so. I think the Bulldogs, another shot or two, if they'd been able to extend that run, could have really brought this gym to life. But Gross able to silence the crowd temporarily, and now going to get another possession.
Half-court trap here for the Bulldogs. Gross to the corner. Landis triggers and hits. Andrew Landis, he was very quiet in the first half, and that Granville run we talked about has now been negated, and it's now a -1.5.
That's how quickly the Rams can turn things around. Some really good shooters from beyond the arc. Gross hits one, Landis hits one. Got a lot of guys that can do it.
Wade, DeYoung off the drive, dumping, Regnerus, and 1. Tough finish from Cam Regnerus, starting to look himself a little bit more in the second half. That one goes on Bascom. That's his just first foul.
Just 2 points for Regnerus in the first half. Already his best at that, and here in the third with 4.
Cam able to complete the three-point play after he missed a couple at the line earlier. Dogs are trapping. We have not seen a full half of trapping pressure like this out of Granville, well, really ever, but with this sort of deficit, they're going to have to go to it. Gross all alone. Wade the board. Stolen from behind. What an effort by Landis. DeKuyper to the basket. Granville basketball. And Drake. No Wade, no Hybor right now for the Bulldogs. Heckman. Got Regnerus with 11. Matches up against Behrens with 10. Regnerus jabbing with 8. Regnerus off the drive with 5. Kicking out. Neves. Back Regnerus 4. Cam Regnerus with 2. Turns to win. Yes! Cam Regnerus! Granville wins!
26 points, none bigger than the final two. Cameron Naris, Granville survives.
What a game. You knew that final sequence right there. They wanted to get the ball to Cam.
Zeeland West, what a run it's been. Taking down Northview after they won their first ever district championship against crosstown rival Zeeland East. They took down Northview. They took down FHC for a region. They took down Muskegon, who had previously beaten the Ducks twice on the year to advance to this point. We'll see if they can get one more advancement or if North Farmington can complete a several-year march with a terrific core to this point. The jump will be Merritt Aldering, 6'7", against Dylan Smith, 6'9" here on the tap. They both come to the Spartan Head logo at center floor. Ball is up and away we go. One on back by Aldrich and will be controlled here by the Ducks off the start. Jump pass, left corner tipped and stolen away by Mick Shara as right away that grinding trap able to pick up a steal for North Farmington. Left wing on a Spratt, throws left corner to Smith. The point guard feeds up top to Mick Shara. He'll back it out in between the rings. Drops it there for Landon Williams, the Niagara University commit. Williams, right wing Mick Shara. Up top for Smith, the point guard, flips it left wing to Williams, hesitates, drives to the three-point line, flips it up top to Smith, drives the left side, stopped at the block, worked around right wing to Spratt. Taking their time to set it up right here. Man-to-man defense for Zeeland West on the first possession. Right wing, here's Landon Williams, around a screen to the free throw line, left wing to Smith. Smith hesitates, free throw line, floater from 8 is good, as Rob Smith is able to get the Raiders the first lead of the basketball game, and immediately here comes the pressure out of the Raiders. It's beaten over the timeline to Trenton Bullhouse, but the pressure doesn't stop there. They continue to trap in the half court. Bullhouse, left wing Steffen, dump pass through the hands of Orion Yant, stolen again by the Raiders, CT.
A couple now turnovers right away off that trap. That one just right through the hands of Ian as he was looking to turn and make a pass before he ever caught it.
Smith, left block, power dribble, feeds right corner on to Rob Smith, falling down to the floor. Pass up top, poked into the backcourt by Baker, gathered by Landon Williams, and he will slow it down and start it up. Once again, North Farmington taking their time offensively right here. 6:27 left first quarter. They lead it 2-0. Williams right wing. Feeding right block to Dylan Smith, the center. Lobs it back right side to Williams, to Rob Smith in between the rings. Left wing, McShara. McShara flips it in between the rings to Williams. Defended, arm spread wide by Bullhouse. 6:11 to go. McShara, left wing, Williams. Jabbing on Bullhouse. Here's the drive to the baseline, and a foul is called on Trenton Bullhouse for the first of the ball game on a quick grab. 6:02 to go first quarter. 2-0 North Farmington. Chaos on their own end. Very, very methodical on the other end of the floor right now for the Raiders.
Yeah, time of possession heavily in favor of North Farmington. They've been holding on to the basketball almost the entire game. Long, 2 offensive possessions for them, trying to work and find the look that they like for Zeeland West. They haven't been able to have any time to settle in and try to look at the floor and have an opportunity to set anything up at all.
McShara right wing, flips it up top to Rob Smith. Left wing for Williams, jabs, drives on Steffen. Pull-up shot, 18 feet, rattles out short. Board down to Merritt Aldrich, and here comes the pressure from McShara. Near side, moving left to right on to Steffen. Throws it over the timeline to Aldrich. 5.5 to go, first quarter. Left corner, Baker. Up top, Steffen. Right corner, Bullhouse. Baseline drive, jump pass, left corner, Baker. Triple try for the lead. Off the front rim, falls short, no. And the board tracked in by Williams. First offensive possession for shot, finally up for the Ducks. 5:23 in the first, 2-0 North Farmington.
Zeeland West finally able to get an offensive possession, beat the trap initially, and then keep the ball ahead of it before they could ever catch up. Much better job swinging the ball across, able to get that long pass along the baseline, and a pretty clean look for Baker.
Again, Zeeland West staying man-to-man defensively here. 3 minutes gone first quarter, 2-0 North Farmington. Williams, left side drive, flipping shot with the left, strong rebound down to towering Dylan Smith. Flips it up top to Spratt, thinks about the long 3, steps on the line, puts up a long 2 and buries it. In rhythm, Tyler Spratt, first shot of the ball game is good, and here comes the full court press. In the backcourt, Aldrich, trapped, runs over the timeline. Aldrich keeps the dribble, blows to the paint, left-hand shot blocked and fouled, as Merritt Aldrich does it all himself, and he will go to the line for the first time today. 4:42, first quarter. And And Aldering gets ready to go to the stripe. 24 and white, the 6'7" senior on his way to Indiana State. All-time leading scorer for Zeeland West. The first free throw is short, remains 4-0 as Kai Anderson will check in here for Orion Yant. One more for Aldering, looking to get West on the board for the first time. 4:42 in the first. One more here for the lefty. Offsets the left foot in front of the right. Free throw up, too strong, rattles out. And Zeeland West still looking for their first points with 4.5 to go in the first quarter. It will be Rob Smith to slow it down. Right wing to Williams. Around a Dylan Smith screen to the free throw line. Pull-up jumper. Off the connector, no. Dylan Smith tracks in the rebound right corner. The lanky senior. Jump stop. Leaning right-hand shot. Strong, but a foul. Smith is causing some havoc right now on the offensive boards.
Have to go up and get that one. The Ducks wanted to travel out in the far corner, but did not get the call. Smith able to gather himself. He was pretty tight along the baseline, but jump stop back more towards the middle, able to create some space between him and the basket.
Smith, first free throw up and good. It's 5-0 North Farmington. Couple of substitutions, including Avi Meltzer, the junior, coming in here for North Farmington. And for Coach Nagosian, one more at the stripe here. Second one, Smith falls short. Rebound tracked in by Yant. Right now, fouls on both Bullhouse and then that last one on Anderson for the Ducks. Over the timeline, Orion Yant able to beat the pressure. Poked from behind by Meltzer. Stolen away, and the Raiders are off and running. Right wing, Williams toes the line, drives, jump pass, up top, Spratt, deep triple. Off the back rim, no. Rob Smith tracks in the rebound. Possession continues. 4:22 in the first, 5-0 North Farmington. Left wing for Williams. Up top to Meltzer. Right wing, Rob Smith. Piers throws it to the corner. Spratt, quick trigger three, splash with a hand in his face. 8-0 and a timeout from the Zeeland West bench as the Ducks have got to settle some things down. We'll take one right alongside Coach Klein.
Where to look.
Welcome back to Ford Field. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer. De La Salle got the short field and they executed. 5:03 to go. They're able to plunge their way into the end zone with Sante Gasparoni. He now has 10 yards rushing on 3 carries, but he's got the touchdown. That's all that really matters, all things considered, and it's an early De La Salle advantage in this one.
Yeah, both teams, after the first drive, not going anywhere. The Pilots get their second chance offensively. Of course, the short field going to help, but it starts off with the end around to open things up and then able to drive the rest of the way down the field, finish it with a quarterback power run to get themselves the lead.
So both teams will march their way out. Now we'll see if this Muskegon offense is going to be able to quickly right the ship a little bit and get some points back, as it was the defense is completely stymieing on the first drives of the game, but all of a sudden De La Salle kind of went back to more of what they normally like to do. They spread it 4 wide, and they kind of got in their normal system, and certainly were able to find a little bit of an advantage there. So they will get ready to send it away. The Pilots, BB Robbie's got it on the tee at the 40-yard line, as Destin Piggy will back down to the 2 to get ready to receive this one for the Big Reds. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter of the D2 State Championship game. It's the big rematch, Week 2, De La Salle 40-28 winner, and 2 of the most decorated programs in this history of the state of Michigan. Muskegon comes into this game sitting at 899 all-time wins, the leading winning team in the history of the state of Michigan, and 7th overall in the country, and a chance to get to that huge plateau of 900 wins. Robbie will send this one on away. Right leg strikes through the football. A driver right up the middle of the field will sail about 4 yards deep into the Honolulu Blue end zone. Touch off. It'll be a touchback, and the Muskegon offense will start from their own 20-yard line. 5:03 to go. Coach Fairfield went a lot to the pistol I form on that first drive. Not quite as spread out offensively. They try to get Destin Piggy in particular going. Weren't really able to do so, quite frankly. We'll see if they're able to kind of match some of that here, or find a little bit more of that here on this drive.
Yeah, the couple touches that Piggy had, he was hitting the backfield multiple times. That's something I haven't seen a ton from the Big Reds, is running plays going for negative yardage on first and second downs. It just sets them behind the chains and off schedule a little bit, gets them to more obvious passing downs, and that's when the Pilots can really attack.
First and 10 coming up here for the Big Reds. They start at their own 20-yard line. They'll go 4 wide receivers out of the short shotgun. In motion across the line went Piggy. Fake handoff. Guy up the middle. Big hole. Bursting over the 40 to the 45-50. Angling right at the 40. 35-30. Racing to the 25. 20. Outside the numbers. 10. 5. Touchdown. Muskegon. Mackay Guy. 80 yards to the house.
Well, after the offense didn't look great on the first possession there, right away, the first play, fake the give. Mackay Guy keeps it going to the right side. Immediately, the right side of the line opened up. Credit the offensive line creating a gap there, and Mackay Guy threw it. There was a foot race between Isaiah Jones, the corner on the far side, but Mackay Guy able to extend that one all the way across the field and outrun the entire defense.
Mackay Guy now 81 yards rushing on 2 carries, 80 of them coming on that second of the carry. He's running angry. He's running looking for revenge. Extra point attempt, right leg through the football for Ramos Velasquez. It is good, and Muskegon, just like that, have tied the football game with 4:50 to go in the first. Be right back here from Ford Field. All right, Ramos Velasquez relays the message, sends it away again, sending it away from the DeWaSau 45-yard line after the penalty. King and Glassnor back to around their 6 or 7 yard line right here. Ramos Velasquez sends it away, right leg through the football, tumbler across the field, goes 5 yards deep into the end zone, bounces down, that's a touchback. Now DeWaSau gets a start at their own 20-yard line. We'll see if they can match some of the explosiveness that we just saw out of the Muskegon offense and Mackay Guy, as he has completely flipped this ball game on its head. Guy right now the leading rusher with 81 yards and averaging 40.5 a carry off of that. And leading rusher for DeWaSau is Skylar Hunter with 18 in this ballgame. Damian King, a 22-yard grab, leads all receivers and the only man to catch a pass so far in this ballgame. 4:50 to go first quarter, and DeWaSau will start from their own 20-yard line. Ball goes to the right hash mark for Sante Gasparoni, the lefty. 903 rush yards on the season, 14 touchdowns, and through the air, a 63% passer. 20 touchdowns to 3 interceptions for Gasparoni. He will work out of a 3 wide receiver set right here. Motions King across the line right to left. Give it to him on the jet sweep. He's blown up trying to turn the corner at the 20. Loses a yard or 2 even as the edge took him out. Chris Jones helping lead the tackling charge. They'll give him on the forward progress, the 20-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 10 right where they started.
Yeah, to start the drive again, they go back to the jet sweep again to the wide side of the field. This time with King, but the Big Reds defense able to set the edge much better on that one versus the last drive that went for a chunk run.
Under 4:20 to go, 3 wide receivers, wing off the left side of the line. They motion the wing Campbell across into the right slot. Snap to Gasparoni, throws in the flat, caught by Joey Montilla. The slot man takes it up to the 24 and gets absolutely hammered. I think it was Rankin maybe that was throwing that tackle. Chris Jones in on it as well. A huge hit. It'll be 3rd down and medium. What a hit to the 24-yard line.
Yeah, short throw and trying to work more towards the middle of the field. And Rankin coming from the middle of the field that way, absolutely lowered the shoulder. Clean hit, but just took out the receiver there. And
Montilla a little slow to his feet, but he's back off to the sideline. Understandable after that sort of hit. So 3rd and 6 for DeWaSau from their own 24-yard line. Tied at 7. We tick under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Sante Gasparoni leaning in, getting the word in. They'll go 4 wide with 2 to either side. Gasparoni out of the gun, the tailback, Batoni to his left hip. Muskegon bringing 3 down linemen, standing edge rusher on the near side, Stanley Cunningham, as DeWaSau goes left to right here. Snap to Gasparoni, fakes the throw, he'll run on the draw over the 25, pushes the pile to the 28-yard line, 2 yards short of the first down. It's decision time for Coach Roan. It wasn't a long decision. Here comes the punt unit. Muskegon comes up with their second, 3rd and out of the ballgame.
We got a quarterback run game again on 3rd down. Gasparoni was pushing forward. Looked like he was going to maybe be able to push the pile close, make this a tough call, but it looks like it's going to be a 4th and long one, almost 2 yards.
Robbie from the 15-yard line puts the right leg through this one, tumbling down to the Muskegon 38-yard line, takes a running leap onto Destin Piggy. He gathers at the 25, takes it outside the numbers to the 30, and shoves his way out of bounds around the 31, 32-yard line. So Piggy on the bring back, and here comes Mackay Guy in this extended tie up. Timko able to twist it out to the point for Versfeld. Versfeld shot, corralled left circle by the Bulldogs Gardine. Left point to a side scrum. Braunscheidel had it for a moment. His shot pass is blocked away, and Granville will regather back the other way. Heibel into the offensive zone for the Bulldogs. Leaves left point on to Van Banen. Cycles it out to the top of the right-hand circle for Gardine. The freshman fires one that misses everything wide. Rolls all the way back around the ice with some velocity down into the Granville end. Van Banen forced to regather behind the Bulldog net. Up the far side. Lost it, regathers. Gets some help there from Wildman. And the Bulldogs clear to center. Pass tips around between the blue lines. Bulldogs send one through the stick of Willman into the offensive zone. And Granville gets the possession with Van Banen at the left circle. Van Banen motors behind the net, centering feed, poked away, backhanded as far as the right-hand circle where Gardine chips in on this one and throws it back down behind the net. Out of the left corner, Willman with some pace, turning around to this shot. Throws one up high, glove down, taken by Gardine. The freshman angles to the left-hand side, tries to backhand along. Tipped away from him by Conti. Conti settles and throws it back the length of the ice for another icing. 9:17, second period. Offensive zone draw for the Bulldogs. This time coming up, draw will be to the right side of Steve Louisel. Smith and DeSalvo on the draw. DeSalvo, second effort off the boards, able to leave it along for Seco to take behind his own net. Throws it near side through the stick of Brown. Brown to the right corner. Got it to Seco. Seco off the near boards, throws to center ice. That's where it's taken on the backhand by the Bulldogs. Smith into the offensive zone, tries to twist through a pair of defenders, but there's a whistle behind that play. The Bulldogs are an offside, and the puck will come back to the neutral zone. 8:53 to go, second period. All knotted to one here. Granville and Cranbrook continuing to battle at Munn Ice Arena here on game night on Michigan Sports Radio and Hockey Night on MGN. Nate Dreyer with you this evening. Neutral zone draw. Bulldogs will send Owen Barrett out. He has it swept away from him by DeSalvo. But the Bulldogs able to chase down into the offensive zone with Kolhanek. Kolhanek backhands one from the right to the left-hand circle. Cranes throw to center ice. A race to the puck, trickling down into the Granville end. Taken there by Hernandez. Motors behind his own net. Able to, through a check, leave it on. Bottom of the right-hand far circle to Barrett. Barrett has it stolen away by the big body of Brown. Brown leaves one in between the circles. Point-blank shot humming. And a beauty of a glove save made by Aiden Karras, extending with a left-hand glove, able to snag the point-blank shot from Hummin on the junior's first shot attempt of the game. It was the big body of Stephen Brown, a really big junior defenseman that was able to kind of bully his way onto the puck at the circle, got a nice feed in front, and the draw comes to the left side of Karras right here. Holloman comes in to take the Bulldog draw against Horton. Holloman wins it straight back behind the Granville net. Near side, twisted on by Vanderveen. He'll clear the zone to center. Netton was there for the Cranes. Lost it to Holloman. Holloman leaves into the offensive zone to Wildman. Wildman drops over the blue line to Willman. Willman shoots one left circle. Trickles out left point onto a pinching Van Banen. Van Banen, Holloman, left circle. Shot through traffic. Somehow seen and held on to by Louisel. 8:03, second period. Still knotted at 1. Granville goes left to right. Cranes of Cranbrook moving right to left this period across the radio dial. Will be a far side draw in the Cranes defensive end. Smith and Horton on the draw. Horton wins it straight back for Cranbrook. To a side scrum. Smith's got it for the Bulldogs left circle. Leaves one, shot fanned on at the top of the circle by DeBoer. DeBoer regathers, takes it to the front of the net, and skies one behind Louisel, and scores! 2-1 Granville. What a play by Luke DeBoer, kind of fanned on the first one, able to stay with it, send one right over the shoulder of this junior netminder, and he puts the Bulldogs back on top. Third goal of the season for DeBoer, standout sophomore, and the Bulldogs back in front, and they'll win the draw straight back here. Some good work in the face-off dot again by Landon Smith.